Adored by billions, and this is an incredible moment. China is performing a minor miracle right now. They are taking captive-born pandas and releasing them back into the wild. They're also creating corridors and creating more habitat for pandas and a whole host of other species. So I had front row access to this, and this was quite a big privilege because no foreigners have ever been allowed to cover this. So I was there with a film team, and we were covering this incredible moment as Hope, that was her name, was taking her first trepid steps out into the wild for the first time. And me trying to be empathetic, I dressed up in a ghillie suit because I didn't want to scare her when she was taking those steps out into the wild. And the director of the panda program, Director Zhang Hemen, also called Papa Panda, saw me, and he came running up to me, and he gave me a hug, and he said, "You will get to hold 2 baby pandas." President Obama, he only held 1. So, I know, it's so crazy. So they laid out their bumper crop that year of baby pandas. And then I got to go back, and this is very recent. This is this year. They actually had even a bigger bumper crop. I think it was 26 baby pandas born. It's incredible. And, you know, they will melt your heart, truly. So they did something amazing. They cracked the code how you breed them, because for a long time, for 15 years, they couldn't figure out how you successfully breed the pandas. But it turns out pandas are like humans. They're picky. They don't have eHarmony or Match.com. So it took sort of realizing that they needed to find a partner that they liked. And the females only are able to have a baby. They basically have 24 to 72 hours to get pregnant. That's it, an entire year. So it's a very narrow window, and you have to find the right partner for her. So they've done that. And what is so incredible is they're born blind, deaf, and just a little squiggle of a thing, and completely helpless. But the mothers are incredible. They take such good care. They won't, for days, they go without water and food, and they just hold on to their babies and take care of them. And they're one of the fastest growing mammals. So this little guy is like maybe a month old, so they grow fast. And literally every week I'd go into the incubator room, and they would just grow in front of your eyes. Incredible. But pandas have evolved over millions of years to mainly eat a diet of bamboo, but they eat a lot of bamboo, up to 40 pounds a day. It's really hard to imagine, but these beautiful animals that are adored by billions today, they were only really discovered, and the first one was only captured in 1927. Can you imagine? And I find it so fascinating because if you look at ancient Chinese art, you will see every other animal in Chinese art. Other kinds of bears, you'll see pictures of bamboo. You will never see a panda. So, this is my favorite part of the story. My assignment, I got to wear a panda suit every day. Why? Because captive-born pandas, they don't actually ever want them to get used to people when they're going to turn them back into the wild. They don't know how to survive out in the wild after one generation in captivity, so they have to teach them. And so it's a combination of people and their mother teaching them these skills, how to survive in the wild. They need to learn how to pick the best bamboo, how to get leeches off of them, and how to run away from predators. It's kind of like karate. If you pass all the next level, you get your next belt, and that's the same thing for the pandas. And so they go into bigger and bigger enclosures, and if they pass all of the tests, then they go back into the wild. This is them waiting for one of the captive pandas to come out into a new enclosure. And I love this, like, who's the wild one, right? The tables really turned. And it was just so surreal. This was the zookeeper's room. And this is not a common scene. They were just checking this panda after 2 months just to do a health check. And it's on its way to, in 2 years, it could, if it passed all the tests, could be released into the wild.
VOA, exploring the world around us.